If you begin your curly fur like this, with hard edges defining your curls, all the colouring and shading in the world is not going to stop it looking like a bowl of spaghetti. And you can see how unrealistic it looks, and it's because it's outlined and the outlines are hard and there's no variation and softness. So those clumps of curly fur are actually tubes, so they're round like a tube. And again, it's the principle. Anything that's round, light bends around the edges, and that's why there's variation. Firstly, it's soft, and there's little single hairs that soften the edges, and even though we can't see them all, they're there and they create that softness. And it's an illusion to think that each curl has a dark edge. So you've got to look very deeply and very carefully, because I see this time and again on curly ears that they're very much too regular and defined, and then it becomes a false looking pattern and looks like anything but hair. So we will now look carefully and closely, putting in our shadows first, so that it doesn't look like a little bowl of spaghetti. I'm using warm grey 4 because I think it's just gently. It's going to be a soft colour that I can also put another colour over. I'm just going to form a few shapes here. Using little soft elliptical strokes. Just fill in some shapes, because it is the shadows that form the shapes. If we begin like this, then we can just modify the shapes as we go, the curls. When I say the shapes, I mean the curls, both the curls and the shadows. And this is so light that you'd be able to lift out. If you want to, put a little curl in or a little lighter bit, you can just lift it out like that and then darken other areas. So I'm going to just work through here, and then the same way down here. I think I'm going to change to Caput Mortem, because there'll be areas like this where very lightly at this stage you could just put that nice red tone over that grey and make a really nice soft shadow as well. Keep a bit of variation in the shadows. So I'll work on down through here and get a bit of depth and create a bit of the curls. Even though it's quite red around here, I think the grey is just a little bit more forgiving at this stage, so that you can change things if you need to, if something's looking a little bit irregular. You work right across the head like this. Over here there's quite a large patch of shadow, and again this is very flexible. You can lift big bits out, you can change the shape and the colour. It's just a guideline to begin with, but I like to do the shadow first, as I said, because if we put too much of the light colours down, it gets a little bit slick, and then these shadows don't seem to sit as nicely and especially as softly.